Hi guys. So the day before yesterday, I asked that you send me questions because I believe that I will never meet some of you guys. So you will never get the opportunity to ask me these types of questions. So that's why I opened up the platform for you to send me questions, and I promise I will do my best. Obviously, I'll be honest, but I will do my best to answer to the best of my ability, because at the same time I don't want to give away the book to someone who has not read it, you see. So that is how I will, yeah, that's how I plan out to answer the questions. And I wrote your questions down, so I will most of the time look in my notebook and check out the questions and then answer. So let's get right into it and answer the questions. So my book is upside down. Question 1: have you forgiven your dad? And so this question is like, there's like 2 questions in one. Have you forgiven your dad, and how long has it taken for you to forgive him? Okay, so roughly putting it out there, I would say that it has taken me 10 years to forgive my dad, because I reported the case in 2007, and up until 2017 I was full of anger, and so it has taken me 10 years to learn and to try and forgive him, to be in that anger, to be in my own space of being angry at him. So I was angry at him for 10 years. And how long it took me to forgive him, it was also in that 10 years because I was trying to get rid of this pain that I had inside of me, but I couldn't. So it basically took me 10 years. And we are different people, and we are all experience different journeys. So for another person it can take 2 hours to forgive, another 2 months to forgive, years even. But so for me it was years. It took me years to forgive him, but eventually I did, which is the most important thing out of all of this, us learning how to forgive whatever situation that we are in. So yes, it took me that long, and here I am today, being the person that I am, that has forgiven. So yeah. When did you take the decision to write the book? I took the decision to write the book the moment I forgave him, because it was in 2017. It was the time when the Me Too campaign had started, and I felt that what I gained from all of that was that these people still, the people that are coming out are still feeling embarrassed about what has happened to them, and we are not really pinpointing the anger. We are not directing the anger to the people that we have not forgiven, the perpetrators. So what I wanted to do was just to create a space whereby to change the narrative that you as a victim, the embarrassment or whatever. I wanted to change that narrative as a victim, to see yourself as someone who has survived this ordeal, and someone who has risen above whatever that has happened to them. So that was the message I wanted to bring across. So why not write a book to expose the perpetrator and not yourself? Yes, I was putting myself out there, being personal about my experience, about what had happened to me, but I needed to change how people see victims. So that is when I decided to write the book, and why I decided to write the book. All right. Third question: would you help your father if he needed your help? Definitely. It all goes in, it's all in the one circle of forgiveness. You cannot really say that you've forgiven someone but you want nothing to do with them. Yes, it's allowed. Some people do it, but for me, that's not how I interpreted forgiveness. It wouldn't be, I don't know if, yes, it wouldn't be, I don't think, for me personally, I don't think I would have forgiven him if I did not want to help him anymore. If he needed my help, I needed to. If he needed my help, I would be out there to help him. And for me, what differs for me is that this person is my father. I cannot really break the bond that we have. It's natural, it's there, you know. He do me wrong, but he is still my father. So, and then Christianity also has a big role to play in my situation, because I read the Bible a lot and it tells me about what forgiveness is. And for me, which means forgive your father, honor your mother and your father. So that was the scripture that was laid into me when I started this whole forgiveness process. So if that's what it needs to be done, if what he needs my help, then I have to, as a person that has forgiven, I need to put myself out there and help him. But I don't think he would ever need my help now that he's in prison. So I don't know, because we don't have those routine calls where we call each other like, hi Dad, I miss you, or anything like this. I don't think we'd ever have that conversation. But if the time would come where he needed my help, then why not, you know? Like, I don't really have a grudge against him. Like, it's part of the whole forgiveness process. All right, following question is where is mom? Mom is very much alive. She's in the other room now, but she has been there every step of the way. Like, she has always been with me. She has not doubted my truth she has never doubted my truth. Whatever I was saying, she has never doubted it. So she's been there, and I trust that she'll always be there for me, always holding my hand wherever I go. I'm always with my mama. So that's just how it is. So yes, my mom is around. Next question, parole. Okay, parole ne? It will take its course. It will take its course, because we did go there, and we went there because there's this thing that they do in prison called offender victim dialogue, something like that. So we were called there late 2017 to go and hear what he has to say, because we're called that he has confessed. So we had to go and also hear what we had to say. So when we went there, it was just me and my family, my mom, my aunt, and I. So we just went there, and he confessed to us that he confessed that he did rape me, you know. And it was like, oh, okay, fine, good and well. But we also know that there was also your family during that time, and it's just a pity now that we cannot take you to the public and put you out there and say that you did do this, but at least your family needs to know the truth too. So the second session, we went there, and his family was there, and he also confessed to them. But now he had not confessed to my family. There was also that. So now for him to basically start his process of parole, he needs to go to my family, to go and apologize to my grandfather and my grandfather, to say that he apologizes for what he has done, because in as much as he did do this to me, but it affected my whole family. So he needs to go there, needs to go to my uncles, he needs to go apologize. But up until then, it's all up to him as to what he wants to do, you know, like, because obviously we'll be accompanied by social workers and people of the prison itself, you know. He won't be alone when he's there to go and apologize to my family. So that's all he needs to do, I guess, for him to be able to go out. So, but he has not done it. All up to him. I don't know why. So yeah, that's just it. So that's how far, where we stand with him and parole. That's from my side. I've forgiven him. He can be another citizen. But now what he needs to do first, before he gets out of prison, he needs to go apologize to my family. So yeah. I mean, a boyfriend. Do you have a boyfriend? If yes, how did you open up to him about the rape? Okay, so this question, I'll just take it generally. With everyone that I meet in my life, I never introduce myself as I never let my past introduce me. You know, whenever I meet you for the first time, I become the person that I am, this bubbly person, this person who's laughing, sharing jokes and everything like that. I never introduce myself as, wow, I'm a rape survivor and all of that, and I tell my story, and now we'll sit in this comfortable space and now we'll speak about Zizo and her being raped by her father. No, that's not who I am. So, but as soon as I want people who hear about me, you know, like, oh wow, the first time I met her, I never thought that she would have gone through something like this, because it's who I want to bring out to the universe, to the people that I surround myself with. So that is how a person, they can, like, they find out for themselves, and how they deal with it is, I usually say that it's none of my business. When you hear that, oh okay, Uzizo was raped by her father and this, and you hear the whole story, you buy the book and you read about it, and then you feel that, no, how you feel about it now, it's none of my business. Except if you tell me that, oh wow, Zizo, I'm so proud of you and whatnot and what, and I'm like, oh okay, thank you, wow. And then she's lying or everything like that. Also, that it's like, oh okay, good for you if that's what you think. But if you really want to be in my life and invade my space, like, I just don't want you coming in knowing that, oh, I'm going to that girl because of this and this and this and this. And that's why I never entertain people who say to me, no, I want to date you because you are a strong woman. Don't. No, hell no. I will never accept someone who comes into my life like that. I want you to know that if ever there will be days that I will be severely depressed, I will be lying in bed all day feeling that I do not want to do this anymore, you know. I just want, because now if you come with those expectations that Uzizo is a strong person, she will be able to help me build a home and everything like that, then you've got it all wrong. That is not how I am. Sometimes there are days where I feel that my days are just dark. I just want to lie in bed all day today, and this is what I just want to be depressed today. So then it means that you are not coming into my life for the right reasons. So that's just about about the situation. It's up to you how you take it. It's really not something that I open up, like I start a conversation about. It just goes on. If it comes into the conversation, oh okay, well, nice and whatnot. But now if you're gonna carry on and ask me out because of me being strong, yes, I know I'm strong for Windawo Yam, but not for no, guys. I feel like if someone comes to me and say, "You Zizo is strong," they want to bully me and want to see, no, I cannot allow that. I'm also fragile when I want to, you know. I also want to be vulnerable if I want to, you know, all of that, you know. So yeah, that's just how it is. Okay, and then, how do you do this life thing? Oh, I loved this question. I really loved it. Credit to anyone who ever asked me this question. I loved it. So how do I do this life thing, you know? You know, like I just think of my past whenever something comes at me and wow, this comes up in my face. Okay, this happened. But I think that I just think now nothing could ever, I don't know how to put it, but I've been through a lot. You know, I've been through a lot in life, and I feel like nothing could ever be able to put me down to that place I was back then. So I just take life as it comes. Whatever comes, I just tell God that, okay, Lord, I've been through that. Surely you can put me through this, you can get me through this again. So that is just how I live life. I become happy. I don't think about negative things. I do not think about things that try to bring me down. I take life as it comes. I surround myself, most importantly, I surround myself with very positive people in my life. I do not just take anyone that I meet in the streets to be like, oh okay, I want you to be my friend because of this and this. No, I need to know you personally. I need to know what your goals are. I need to know, like, I need to, not per se your goals, but just what do you want to achieve in life? Do you know what your purpose is in life? Do you know why you are here, you know? So that is the type of people I surround myself with, and just get with this life going, just go with the flow of this life. And I mean, I am open, I don't care person for me, you know. And that is how I live life. I'm sure I'm such a happy person. I'm such a happy person. And I really I wake up each day, I'm like, oh Lord, can I please not let anything put me down today? And if it does, I'm like, it was nonetheless. just like whatever, move on with life. So that's how I do this life thing basically. Next question. Do you think you would ever trust men around your daughter? Okay, this question also is in the same basket with forgiveness. You know, today our society is so filled with people who are, you know, you have to choose which side that you are on. And what I mean by that is this: men are trash. Don't. Not to offend anyone, but me personally, I do not involve myself in those talks, you know, because I cannot say that whatever man that I meet in the street is like my dad, because I was most of my life I was surrounded by men, good men. My uncles, my cousins, they are good men, and I would not really associate them with being trash or with being the same as my dad. So I trust them. I've got nieces, and I don't have trust issues with their dads, thinking now they will do something to my nieces or anything like that. I do not. I basically really just give men the benefit of the doubt, and just they do what they want to do, and I will not really, because I feel like if I say now every man is like my dad, then there's valela. I am closing myself from happiness and not being able to explore different personalities, to get to know people for who they are. And I just feel that if a person disappoints me, then oh wow, let's move on. But the next man that I meet, I will not think, oh wow, this person is like my dad or whatever. So that's just. And another thing is that I feel like my dad is like he has a lot of his personality is a lot like the other men that I've met. He was loving, he was this, he was that. So now I cannot just like be like they are all the same. No, they are definitely not the same. So that's just how it is. Okay, relationship with the rest of my family. I think with this with this question, the person is directing it to my paternal family. We do not speak. My family, my dad's family, and I am not on speaking terms. From my side, I don't have anything like mna and nando. It's them. I think when I don't know what the problem is, but it's them basically. But at the end of the day, I will not now be going out there reaching out to them by, oh Dabs, hi, I am doing. No, that's not how it's gonna go. It's you know, if I don't want to into a person's life, you know, being there, whereas you can see that they do not want you. So I've forgiven them too. I do not have anything against them, but we do not have a relationship. Next question. Why did I not report this the first time? So the reason why I did not report when the rape happened, I thought it was something that was supposed to happen. I thought it was how my dad was showing me how much he loves me, you know, because you have to understand that when he was raping me, he was not quiet. There were things that he was saying that made me feel that he loved me. So that's how I thought that, oh, this is how a person shows you that he loves you. That's how your dad shows you how they love you. So that's how I took it myself. So, and then because I thought it was something that was supposed to happen, I went to school, but my friends were not speaking about this. So I was like, okay, Zizo, keep quiet. Your friend is also going through the same thing, but they are not talking about it, so why must you speak about it? So that's how I was able to speak about it most of my time of my life. And I was not able to speak about it most of my life, and there did come a stage where he threatened me. So that was also part of the package as to why I was not able to talk about this. So that's just how it went. Okay. Okay, what happened to the pregnancy? So my dad, he denied the rape. And because the rape had happened, he denied the abuse. Because now the abuse has happened over a long period of time. I had already washed, I had already, and the only evidence that there was the pregnancy. So I was scheduled for a TOP, which is a termination of pregnancy, and I went, but before that came, I had a miscarriage. So we lost the child, and before I was scheduled to have a TOP. So that's what happened to the pregnancy, basically. And then, how did you manage to be so strong? Oh, it's God. It is God, because I don't think I would have ever done this without him and my family support, my mom, everyone was there to support me, basically. No one ever judged me. No one ever, even when I wrote the book, there were some like, oh, what is she gonna write a book now? Oh my gosh, everyone was like in panic mode. But when they saw how I was strong about it, and how, you know, I was just telling my story as it is, I did not want to hide anything. And so that's how it was. And I think speaking about it every day made me stronger, you know, talking about the story, sharing my story with many other victims, letting them know that you can really not basically move on, but just, you know, you can't be over it, obviously, but you can move on. Yes, you can't be over it, but you can move on from it. So that's how I became so strong. That's how I became a person who was willing to take things head on, and me forgiving him made me really stronger. So I was just out there just trying to take life as it is, and I did not want this rape saga to define who I am. So I changed that whole thing. So that also made me stronger every day, you know, and God being there for me. And that's just how I managed to be the person that I am today, and who I am continuously being every single day of my life. Okay. Would I assist women who've been through the same thing? Yes, definitely, because my intention from the beginning was to let every woman be able to speak out about rape, to be able to speak about the abuse that they go through, you know. So that is what I wanted. So that's my core business. That is what I want to do. I want us as victims, as survivors, to walk out there to say that I am a rape survivor, but hey, I have survived. That is who I am. So I would definitely be out there, because I do not like that place of victim that people put themselves in. It is a very comfortable place where you go, because everyone is giving you the attention and everything, but nothing moves there. You are constantly, you are stagnant. Your life does not move. So I want us to change that as women, to be women who are driven, who are empowered, who are able to move on from situations of no. I really would be really love to assist women who have been through the same situations, by just letting them know that you can actually move on from this and be a survivor. And a survivor doesn't dwell in the past, doesn't let the past define who they are. So that is just basically how I would help assist them by going through life and accepting what has happened and moving on. All right. Do I want to have children? Yes, of course I want to have children, but I also want to say that being a woman is not defined by how many children you have, or if you can actually have children. I have been told that I would never have children again, but I trust God that He would give me children. And I also believe that there are so many other things that I have birthed. I have birthed a book. I have birthed some other people. Like yours, I listened to you once and I was like, I'm out of this place. I am a survivor now. So I feel like those people, I have birthed new spirits in people. So there's a lot, like, yes, I do want kids, but I've birthed so many other things. So I'm happy about that. And I am really like, there are so many opportunities now. There are so many ways to get children if you cannot have children. So it's not really a train smash that I cannot have kids. And I trust God that He will give me kids one day and see where life takes us, you know. And yeah, so that's how I just know it. I don't know, but I just know it. So if not, if that does not happen, then there's adoption. There's a lot of many other options, and I believe that I would be the best mother in the world. So yeah, I do want to have children, and I believe that I will have children one day. All right. Second last question: how did I learn to forgive so easily? God taught me how to forgive. It was not an easy process. It was not an easy process. It came with a lot. I was asking myself so many questions about, God, how can you ask me to forgive this person? But but he's done this and this. I cannot. But also God gave me so many other reasons to say, this is why I want you to forgive, and I chose that, and so and for me, what made me so wanting to forgive and wanting to continuously forgive every single day of my life is how much peace forgiveness brings. Because the moment I forgave, I released this pain, and I was left feeling guys, the weight was lifted off my shoulders. I was like, oh, okay, actually I want to do this every single day. And now with forgiveness, it's okay. Well, it's not it's not a problem, but it's just that it is personal. Forgiveness is personal. You're not doing it for the other person, you are doing it for you, so that is what I wanted to do for myself. I was like, no, I need to do this for myself. And I realized how peaceful and how it felt me knowing that I have forgiven this person, and he was just living his life, but I was also living my life healthy. I was living my life happy. I was at peace, so that's how I just carried on with my life. So that is how I was able to forgive, basically. And then last question is, how did you grow as a speaker? So people need to understand that I never went to school for this. I never went to school for learning how to speak, public speaking, or anything like that. God helped me, and he brought people who are in this industry into my life, who know about public speaking, and who are like, okay, Zizo, this is the tips that we can give you. Excuse me. These are the tips that we can give you, and use them, and so that is how I was able to grow as a speaker. How I was able to be able to speak to people. And when you speak to people about the same thing all over, it becomes a normal thing to you. You stop becoming scared of the people. You stop becoming nervous. So it was just it was just good. I allowed people who are experienced into my space to teach me about the comings and goings of this speaking business. So I understood just how far it is, like how deep it is, and I took it from there. And one last thing is that I pray a lot. I pray a lot when I'm about to go on stage. When I'm about to speak in front of people, I pray a lot, and I thank God. I always say to God that you alone know who is sitting there in the audience, who needs to hear my story, and you need me, and you need to let me speak out your words the way that you want me to speak them out, to be able to help that person. So I always told myself I can never go in front of people without praying. So I make prayer a big part of my speech, like I always pray, and then I speak to the people. So that is how it has helped me. And yeah, that was the last question. I really do hope that you enjoyed this. I enjoyed it so much. I truly I will do this again, and maybe sometime we'll talk about just knowing me personally, about what do you want to know about me personally, because you know me from the book itself, and you see this person now there like speaking about this, but you do not, there are some things that you want to know personally. I'm open for that, and we will talk about it sometime. So yeah, just let me know when you want us to do that, and then we can do it anytime. You send in the questions and we can do it. But otherwise, I really enjoyed this. Thank you so much for your questions. I enjoyed answering them. Thank you for participating in the Q&A. Thank you. Bye.